What it is? What's the deal, people? Hope all are doing well. You're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. I see 4:32 on my clock on the stove, so a countdown. I hope all are having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you come across this reading, you already know if you're watching with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you're watching me with any ill will or malintentions, or evil eyes go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you will feel the effects of all hexes, curses, spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading, you will receive karma quick, fast, and in a hurry because you reap what you sow. My intro is so long. Lord have mercy for vibing so low. Don't do to others what you wouldn't want done to you or your family. Stop being a crusty, crabby, raggedy, and any ass, miserable, bitter ass business and go give yourself. But hey, that's my intro. Collective, we about to do a personal reading because my upstairs neighbors and his little peoples is doing a little creeping. And they doing a lot of creeping in between the hallways of the fourth, between the floors, between my floor and their floor. So since they doing a lot of creeping and hovering, and they being a little sneaky, we about to tap in to see what they up to. And what they doing in the energy. And I know they're managing because my underarms is already sweating. So we're about to tap into my upstairs neighbor and their little friends that they got creeping around in the building. These crackhead ass addicts that they fuck with and they hang around with, that they got creeping up and down in the hallways, being creepy. So since they all up in my energy, we're about to lay their dirty laundry out on this table. I'm going to bang this bell to remove, rebuke, and cleanse all evil eye, hexes, curses, and spells cast it upon me, my mind, my body, my soul, and kick it out of my place, out of my face, and out of my space, including yours if you're watching. Hey! So let's tap into my upstairs neighbors and their little creepy ass, creepy crawler friends that they got creeping up in the hallway. What deck am I going to use? What are my upstairs neighbors and their little creepy ass friends up to? Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine, white light attribute only, calling on the Most High, the creator of all creators, the creator of all creatives, the creator of everything. What do you want me to know about the upstairs neighbors and their little friends that's creeping? But they trying to violate me, violation. Breach, crime, debt, error, law breaking, misdeed, misdoing, offense, sin, transgressions, trespass, wrongdoing. They doing something wrong when it comes to supernatural assault. Look, pray, betrayal. So my upstairs neighbors and their little friends are breaching, crime, creating, law breaking. They violating me supernaturally, doing magic, using invisible agents, otherworldly, phenomenal issues, phenomenal, unearthly laws of nature. So they're using magic. I'm not even going to read all the words on the card. So my upstairs neighbors and their little friends creeping are trying to violate me, using magic to assault me, without violent attack me using spiritual work. And they're trying to prey on me, Prey. They're trying to feed on me, victimize me. They're trying to make me helpless or unable to resist attack. They're committing a violence or trying to rob me or commit a fraud. Backstabbing, betrayal. Look, that's how nervous they are. Look, my fucking underarms is sweating. Yeah, be nervous because you're going to get exposed. Get the fuck out of my energy. You still in my energy and you want to invite your little friends to come fuck with you and help you out, but y'all all going to get exposed. They trying to backstab me, betray me, double cross me, treachery, treason, violation of a person's trust or confidence, moral standards, revelation of something hidden in secret. They're trying to betray me. Look, a system in the back of the deck, system, web, a form of social, economics, or political organization, practice forming a network, especially for distributing something or serving a common purpose. Like I said, they're working with a group of people, them their little friends that's creeping in the fucking hallway to do something all together, to betray me. Wary, I split the deck, but I'm being warned, wary, caution. I'm being alerted. I'm detecting and escaping this danger. Trojan horse, concealed instructions. Someone or something intended to defeat or subvert from within, usually by deceptive manners. Friends is creeping. Trojan horse, they're in the building. They are part of the upstairs neighbors. They trying to creep. Testament, there's a proof. There's a testament because they're being loud. They're not quiet. I could understand if you're creeping and you're trying to be quiet about it, but you're not quiet about it. You're literally in the hallway walking and I can hear you. You're talking, you're creeping, and then you're staying in the hallway and then you're conversating with the upstairs neighbor. So you're connected with the upstairs neighbor and then you go upstairs to the upstairs neighbor's house. You are being recorded. You are being documented. Everything is being seen and I recorded them on top of that. You being eradicated because you being a creepy crawler and you being exposed, and then you want to be in energy, and then you want to be nervous and scared and anxious. Then why are you creeping and doing it in the first place? If you know that you are going to get busted. And anybody that's working with you, if they don't know, now they know. If you fuck with him, you're going to get karma, and I'm going to know what you're doing, and then you're going to get the same karma that this nigga is getting. And this nigga is a spiritual rapist and a murderer. They like to premeditate murders and kill people, right? You like to spiritually rape people, right? Well, my upstairs neighbor's karma is the same karma that he has been sending me. And if he's been sending me death, that nigga gonna die. So if you hanging out with him, yo, I go die too. I just said eradicate. You about to be eradicated. Abolish, annihilated, blacked out, blocked, canceled, clean up, erase, expunge, exterminated, liquidate, obliterated, snuffed out, wiped out, to do away with, to be pulled up from your roots. That's what the fuck you happened to you. You about to be gone because I am protected, guardian, custodian, guard, keeper, lookout. A person or people who care for a person, property, or another. My guardians are about to eradicate your ass. You and your group of people are ruse, the act that is used to fool someone or a group of people, a prank, deception. You about to be eradicated by the guardian, by my spirit team, for this plot. Look, Ruth, and your entourage, and your group, and your groupies, and your friends. I'm not lying with what I'm saying. With your entourage, with a group of people that you got yourself tangled up in a situation, because I'm being released from this plan, this strategy, internal affairs, because you got the internal affairs investigating your ass for all the fabrication, for all the lies that you were telling. So my upstairs neighbors and their little friends are about to be wiped out by my guardians because they were trying to plot with a group of people, their groupies, their little posse, and now they're trapped in a complicated situation that they can't get out of, and I'm being released. Somebody could also be getting fired. They could be getting fired from this group, from this organization, released from an organization. And then it also says, freed of confinement, of servitude, relief of deliverance from sorrow, suffering of trouble, discharge from obligation or responsibility, and to make available to the public. And then it's falling on the right under network and web. And network and web, so something being made available to the public through the web. Yes, I am making it available to the public that my upstairs neighbors and their little posse of people are fucking crackheads, dope addicts, druggy friends are creeping in the hallway, trying to, up to no good, 11 time, up to no good, trying to creep around, and they getting busted. Trying to work out some type of strategy. A method worked out in advance for achieving something, some objective put together to perform one or more vital functions, a plan, a program, a scheme, a master plan, a game plan. I'm detecting, look, and this is falling under wary. I'm detecting and escaping danger from this fucking master plan that my upstairs neighbor and their little fucking crackhead ass groupie friends are trying to, whatever they fucking trying to do. And then you got Trojan horse, concealed instructions, someone or something intended to defeat or subvert from within, usually by deceptive manners. Trojan horse, internal affairs. Law enforcement agency investigating incident and plausible suspicion of law breaking and professional misconduct attributed to officers on the force. There's a fucking dirty cop. That's what it's saying. That's Trojan horse. That's trying to it has deceptive means. It's a computer program that contains concealed instructions activated to perform illicit, malicious actions. Somebody that's in the force, because it says law enforcement agency investigating incidents and plausible suspicion of law breaking and professional misconduct attributed to an officer on the force. This is the officer on the force that's sending information to people, maybe in a computer, through text. They're sending concealed instructions to people to attack me. And there's proof of this. Damn, I'm cooking, making something, and that shit smells good. And there's proof, something presented in a support of truth or accuracy of a claim, evidence, proof, testimony, documentation. Ooh, my underarms is sweating. They nervous. My upstairs neighbors is nervous. Because they connected to this dirty cop that's in my energy. So the upstairs neighbor is working with this dirty cop. The upstairs neighbors were sent by a dirty cop. Fabrication, lies. They were lying. There's proof that they were lying. Fable, falsehood, untruth, lie. There's proof that they were lying. About, look, adversity. I split the deck and it says adversity. A series of continued difficulties, the cause of unhappy change of fortune or to the ensuing state of distress. A trivial incident of bad luck, misadventure, mishap, misfortune, mishap, tragedy, opposition, hostility. There's proof that they're the ones causing the problem. I just saw 1414. They're the ones causing adversity. They were lying and saying that I'm the one that was causing problems with them. And they're the ones that's causing problems. You don't see me creeping in the hallway. You don't see me going upstairs because they live above me. You don't see me going upstairs and hovering above them and being creepy. You don't see me following them every time they leave the house. But that's what they do to me. They follow me when I leave my house. They send one of their friends to follow me, to watch me. There they go, look. And now they're being exposed. Hold on, I gotta turn my stove off or turn it down low. Ooh, it smells good, baby. I'm eating good today, baby. I'm eating good today. So my upstairs neighbors and their little entourage, they came out. They're friends that's keeping it in the hallway. They're trying to violate me and they working with this dirty cop. Let's plug some transaction history. They were paid to do this. They were paid by this dirty cop to create some type of adversity in my life. They got no goals. Someone you work with, I don't work with nobody. So it's someone they work with. Someone they work with got no goals. They can't avoid the truth. They have an underlying illness. Either the upstairs neighbor has an underlying illness or this dirty cop has an underlying illness. Controlling, they were trying to control me. They were trying to control internal affairs. Controlling internal affairs. Trojan horse. This person could be working for internal affairs. This person is a part of the law enforcement and they're trying to control the investigation with lies. And there's proof. This wild witch got paid. They were trying to bind me to their karma. You can't bind me to your karma. They got no goals. A dysfunctional family. They work with a dysfunctional family. Someone you work with, dysfunctional family. Again, I don't work with nobody. I work for myself. So this could be talking about they working with a dysfunctional family. Someone they work with is part of a dysfunctional family. Bank accounts. They can't avoid the truth. That's proof. Transaction history, bank accounts. There's some type of proof. Murder for hire, that they were murdered. They were hired to murder me, unalive me. There's proof that my upstairs neighbor, Snow White, controlling Snow White. They were trying to control me, or Snow White. They're a bunch of drug addicts, bunch of sniffs. They sniffed that Snow White. Or they were trying to controlling Snow White. So they were trying to control me. Somebody that has this Snow White energy. Somebody who's hospitable. Who's like a humanitarian. Who's a people person. An animal person. Connected to nature. An all-around good Samaritan. A loving, caring, kind person. But if you talk about the Snow White in Once Upon a Time. That Snow White in Once Upon a Time was a loving, caring, kind person. But she also kicked ass. So I'm the Snow White from Once Upon a Time. Because I'm a nice person, but I'll still get down and fight your ass. I know how to fight. That's the Snow White I am from Once Upon a Time. Not the damsel in distress. Because I damn sure ain't no damsel in distress. So they were trying to unalive me. So my upstairs neighbor is connected to a dirty cop. And they were hired by this dirty cop. That's a part of some type of investigation that got going on with me, that this person is trying to control the investigation. My upstairs neighbor and their little entourage were sent to unalive me using spell work. Because that's exactly what it says. Violation, supernatural assault to prey on me, betrayal to backstab me. The first 4 cards, it literally says crime, law breaking, wrongdoing, trespass, transgressions, offense, misdoing, sin, with magic, spirit, and ghosts, with invisible agents, with the supernatural, to assault me. Violation, supernatural assault, prey, betrayal. Dogs barking, confirmation. It literally says they are spiritually attacking me and assaulting me and violating me. Somebody related to me by blood is also involved. They're a bunch of addicts. I said it. They're a bunch of addicts, a bunch of drug addicts. So somebody related to me by blood could have been paying them. It's someone they work with. They're a bunch of addicts. I said they were a bunch of addicts. It came out. And I'm free. I got freedom and they can't avoid it. They tangled and I'm free. They can't avoid the truth. torment and torture. They were trying to torment and torture, and I'm being released from them tormenting and torture me. This is what their strategy was, and now they have an underlying illness for trying to torment and torture me. Now they being tormented and tortured. These are crazy energy vampires. Somebody's controlling these crazy energy vampires. This dirty cop is controlling these crazy energy vampires. These crazy energy vampires are puppets. They have court. So there's some type of court. They got court going on. They got court issues. Spiritually or physically. Yeah, endings is happening in court. Court endings is happening. Something's happening in court. The judicial system. Yep. So they could have a court case. My upstairs neighbors going on have a court case going on. You just letting me know that you are part of the upstairs neighbors. That's all you're doing, is that you're letting me know that you're a part of the people attacking me because you decided to watch my channel and come on here and say that this is phony. So you keep following me and you're only proving that you're a stalker. So for the people, for the popo that's watching me, all they're going to do is track your motherfucking IP and so that you're a cyber stalker and you're cyber stalking me. Because if this is phony again, then why are you watching something that's phony? That means you're fake then. You're a fake ass person. And you're saying that this is fake. So I guess you like watching fake shit because you're a fake ass person. Right? You projecting only what you are. You saying that this is so phony. It's because you really the phony. You only fucking projecting what you really are, baby. Let everybody know what you are. Go ahead. Everybody knows you the phony. Meetings was being held, collective, for this murder for hire against me. They were holding meetings. These snakes, meetings were held with a bunch of snakes. Crazy energy vampire snakes was holding meetings. They are ungodly. These addicts. And they have a strange smell. And they get under out from this torment and torture me. Yeah, because I'm in Mulan energy. Yup, I got a potty mouth. You got a fucking problem with that? Then stop fucking watching me. You don't like my fucking mouth? Then don't fucking watch me. You don't like people who fucking curse? Oh, fucking well. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking troll. Now I'm going to keep fucking cursing at you, you fucking phony ass bitch. I'm going to fuck with you. Because you corny. Get coming on my fucking channel thinking you bothering somebody. You not bothering nobody, but you obviously getting triggered. You getting triggered. I'm getting under your skin. You watching me. You like watching me. Thank you for your energy, boo. Because you think I'm phony. You need attention. I'll give you a little bit of attention. But you're not going to like it, though. You corny. These people are corny, collective. The watchtower. Yeah, look, they watching me. Or the court. The court. Watchtower. They being watched, collective, by the judicial system. Indecent proposal. Somebody was trying, somebody could have been trying to seduce the judicial system or somebody in the judicial system. Indecent proposal. Somebody was trying to tempt, use their body, seduce somebody in the judicial system. But they have a strange smell. It says strange smell, indecent proposal. Somebody was literally trying to tempt somebody or seduce somebody in the judicial system, and they have a strange smell. They stinky. Nobody want that ass. You stink, bitch. A father related is getting an undesired outcome, and they're going through a demise. You obviously bothered. I'm not bothered. I'm fucking with you, you idiot. Obviously, you see that I fucking said what I said and I moved on. Because you're irrelevant. They were doing blood magic on me, collective. OMG, because they ungodly. You want me to be bothered so bad, but I'm not. and you mad. Your in-laws are involved. Collective. So somebody that's could have been married, somebody that married into my family is involved. It says related to you by blood. So somebody that's related to me by blood and somebody that they married to, their husband or their wife, because this could be a masculine energy or a feminine energy that's related to me. Okay? And whoever their wife or their husband is involved. And they could have been trying to seduce the judicial system, but they stink. They're a stinky, sneaky link. They're holding a lot of resentment. This the father related. So somebody's father related. A father related to who? Let me see what's under here. Give me a second. A father related, what came out here, dysfunctional family. Let's see. Related to you by blood. What come at the bottom was dysfunctional family. The top was related by blood. And then you have the father related. So related to me by blood. A dysfunctional family that's related to me by blood. Your in-laws are involved. They're in-laws. So somebody that's married into somebody that married somebody related to me is involved. And this father is related. So the father is related to me. Or this father related to the in-laws. So somebody related to me. And somebody's father and the in-law's father. Somebody related to this in-law, their father, is getting an undesired outcome. Crown chakra attack. They could have been trying to attack my crown chakra. So the upstairs neighbor, right? Because that's who I'm talking about. Somebody related to me by blood could have been paying them with the transaction history and the bank accounts. And then dysfunctional family, it could be either the family that's related to me by blood, dysfunctional family, or their dysfunctional family. Your in-laws involved, dysfunctional family. So the in-laws involved are the dysfunctional family, because this is kind of landing on the top of the dysfunctional family, is right under here, the pile here. So the in-laws are the dysfunctional family, and this father is related to the dysfunctional family, the in-laws. The father is related to the in-laws. So somebody related to me paid my upstairs neighbor to unalive me. And whoever is married to whoever is my blood got themselves involved. Their father. Energy distorting is distorted. So they were trying to distort my energy by using spiritual work, sending spell work, take date and time gaps. They were trying to create date and time gaps. This came up coming out on the last reading. They're getting blindsided. They got health issues. They're getting blindsided with health issues. Because the cat is out the bag and the genie's being put back in the bottle. Yeah, because there's proof, there's testament, there's documentation. Yeah, they no longer serve a purpose. They're being eradicated because the guardians are protecting me from this blood magic that they're doing. Yeah, I'm undefeated. Somebody is nervous. They wanted to be the one. The upstairs neighbors got them tangled up in a situation because they wanted to be the one. When I tell you, they fucking nervous, baby. They is nervous. You see my fucking underarm sweat that I just wiped off? Woo, baby. Yeah, they collaborated with others. They wanted to be the one and they collaborated with others. So confirmation, my upstairs neighbors and their little fucking entourage that's creeping in the fucking hallway. They don't got no more cards to play because they out of moves because they keep getting busted and they being investigated by internal affairs because they working with some type of dirty cop. STD, syphilis. Somebody could have an STD, syphilis. A kid ran away. A kid could have ran away in the process. Somebody's kid could have ran away. Rapunzel. They were trying to keep me trapped in the tower. They were trying to give me health issues and keep me trapped in the tower like Rapunzel. Yeah, they were being naughty by nature. The cat's out the bag. The genie being put back in the bottle or the lamp. And they ain't got no cards to play. They out of moves. Yeah, they being naughty by nature. And now they got themselves tangled up in a fucking situation and they can't get out of that, bitch. Because they got themselves tangled up for being in my lane. Yeah, they're trying to deny allegations and claims and they cannot. Pride and prejudice, negative assumptions on me. They cannot hide. We got next door neighbor. I don't know what the next door neighbor got to do with this, but the next door neighbor is coming out on the fucking reading. And I'm talking about the upstairs neighbor. Trying to blind me. The next door neighbor could be trying to blind me. I don't know what my next door neighbor got to do with anything. But we out here talking about upstairs neighbor energy and the next door neighbor comes out. The next door neighbor is trying to blind me to the truth. And it could be either one of my next door neighbors, to the left or the right of me. I don't trust neither one of them. One of them showed their hand. The other one, I don't trust her. I'm gonna let her out because I'm literally talking right next to her, the wall, and I'm letting her know I don't trust her at all. I don't trust that lady at all whatsoever. Many reasons why I don't trust her. The other one, on my left side, I damn sure don't trust them motherfuckers. But the one on my right side, she's something about her. She fake. Just something about her. And if I feel that there's something about her that's not right, because there's something about her that's not right. You always go with your feeling. So, and the fact that she got something that I created on her door for years, that just gives it away. Sirens. You hear the sirens? I'm telling you. So I don't know what next door neighbor is trying to blind me, but you're not blinding me to shit. I'm telling you, you hear the sirens for confirmation? Yeah. So motherfuckers could play innocent and play like they ain't got no involvement, but yeah, okay. You can lie to people, but you can't lie to God. You can hide from people, you can hide from people's eyes, but you cannot hide from God's eyes. You cannot hide from the spirit. Spirit sees everything. God sees everything. Your past loved ones, they see everything. So I don't know why motherfuckers be thinking they're hiding when the spirits can physically see you. You living on the 3D, you're still living, you're still breathing. There's but so much that you can actually hide and cloak yourself from. So, and my upstairs neighbors, they're going to keep getting exposed. My upstairs neighbors is connected to this dirty cop. My upstairs neighbors is connected to this family member. So if what you trying to hide, you're not hiding nothing. What you're going to stop doing is you're going to stop creeping. Yeah, because I'm unbothered. I damn sure am. But you're hella bothered. You're hella nervous. You're hella scared. You're hella in my energy. You're letting me know that you're scared. You're letting me know that you're bothered. You're letting me know that you're anxious. You're letting me know that you're nervous. You're letting me know that you're willing to get caught and cross boundaries and get caught. Boundaries, adversity. You're trying to cross boundaries to commit adversity, a war, start problems with me, but you're getting busted. Sirens, confirmation. You're very persistent. Persistent boundaries. You're very persistent trying to cross my boundaries, but you're getting busted. So what's the point of you trying to plot and plan behind somebody's back, but when you're not really plotting and planning behind anybody's back because you're getting busted? You're persistent with this magic. Persistent supernatural spirit. You're persistent with doing spell work on me. You and your group, entourage, you and your groupies, your fans, your followers are getting tangled up in a situation. Your groupies, your entourage is getting tangled. You or your groupies are getting tangled up in a situation. Your entourage is tangled. You are tangled with your entourage. Conspiracy entourage. Conspiracy, a group involved in a secret or a criminal activity. Members of a conspiracy recognize each other by a secret handshake. Revelance, mafia, gang, syndicate, network, cabal, crew, mob, ring, coven, clan, clique. An entourage and a conspiracy. You are a part of a coven. You and your little followers. And you're doing something, trying to do something in secret, and you're not so secret about it. Yeah, adversity, entourage and adversity. Your little followers are trying to create some problems, and you are being exposed. Yeah, entourage maneuver. So you and your little groupies, your followers, your posse are trying to manipulate, handle, plan out something to deal with something usually skillfully or efficiently, or to plan out usually with a subtle skill or care, manipulate, handle, manage, address, to pull off. You're trying to maneuver something, you and your groupies, you and your followers, and you getting busted in the hallway creeping, and then they go and run upstairs to your apartment. You pissed off, they mad, they press. Magic spirit, they pissed off, they're mad. They under strain because their spell work is not working. Yeah, betrayal, they press because they can't betray me. They can't backstab me, collective. Because they keep getting busted. Because betrayal, fortunate. They can't betray me for my fortune because I'm getting intervention of a higher power. I'm getting help. 911 I see is an emergency. There's an emergency for them. Yeah, they possessed. Betrayal, possessed. These people are possessed. Trying to betray me. They being possessed. Mad, crazed, influenced, controlled by something, an evil spirit or a passion or an idea. Urgently, this serious to do or have something. Deranged, frenzy, loco, unbalanced, unhinged. They're crazy trying to backstab me. Or they look crazy trying to do this. Because they out in the open getting busted. Yeah, they intimidated. They possessed. They trying to intimidate me. To make timid or fearful as by threats. Frightened into submission or compliance. Affected by intimidation. Affected or held back by feeling of fear. They're trying to intimidate me with their little posse. Creeping and crawling in the hallway. Bitch, I'll open the door and go in the fucking hallway. Why you in the hallway? And I bet you these bitches will run. So you try and intimidate me, but I bet you as soon as I fucking unlock my lock to go in the hallway, y'all bitches is running either upstairs or out the building. Because I've done it many times. And motherfuckers, they run upstairs and then they play stupid. They get scared and then they start walking down those stairs like if they leaving the building. And then they want to say hello to me. Bitch, don't play me. You busted. You were creeping in the hallway. I came in the hallway and you try to run upstairs, but you can't run upstairs into his apartment because the door is closed. So now you gotta fake the funk, like you leaving the building, and then you walk down and you walk past me, or they downstairs and they walk upstairs. Like if they, you know what I'm saying, they either be creeping below the stair, the apartment, I'm not even gonna say, but they be in the hallway down below me or above me, and they chilling in the staircase. So they be faking the funk when I walk out. Either they walking upstairs or they walking down, but they be creeping in the hallway. They run when I go out. They run. Ruse, intimidated ruse. You're trying to put me into fear. You're trying to make me fearful or frightened into submission by an act to use to fool someone or a group of people. By your deception, you're trying to intimidate me by deceiving me or a group of people. Creeping. With this assault, you intimidated. You're trying to make me fearful by assaulting me. Intimidated assault. You're trying to intimidate me by assaulting me. I dare you. I really dare you. Shield, because I'm protected by these assaults. Shield assault. I am protected. I'm guarded. I have a wall, security from your fucking assault that you trying to do. So you creeping in the hallway doing spell work, trying to send spell work while you creeping and walking up and down in the hallway. That I'm protected by. Boundaries, assault. You being executed. There's boundaries put to your assault. You cannot pass my boundaries, bitch. Look, mystery, closed book, conundrum. This strategy, this system, you and your group, look, it says strategy, system, and mystery. So this scheme that a network of people, a group of people that were doing for something, a common purpose, is a mystery, is a closed book. Public affair, and it's been made a public affair. This simulation, to hide under a false appearance, pretending disguise. Then we got conspiracy, a group involved in a secret activity, criminal activities, members of a conspiracy recognize each other. So this is a conspiracy. A group of people, a coven, my upstairs neighbors are part of a coven, and something's being made public affair. I'm making it a public affair now. And they were lying, fabrication, they were lying on me. Ooh, they were savage. They a bunch of savages. They're a bunch of savages that were ready and eager in daring and a difficult activity. They were very ambitious in doing this. And that's the truth. Testament that there's a violation. They were violating me. That's proof to their violation. There's documentation. I got documentation of their assaults, of their harassment, of their creeping. Other people can have proof and documentation. Maybe other people besides me. The system network has proof that they were preying on me. The system has proof that they were violating me, preying on PREY. And I'm being released from this. Look, guardian shield. I'm protected. Boundaries. I'm definitely protected. Precaution, warning. Precaution, boundaries, shield, guardian. I am definitely protected. I'm being warned. I'm being protected. There's boundaries put. If that don't talk about protection, I don't know what that is. And they being eradicated. Because I have fortune. I have something that is protecting me. Yeah, we got internal affairs. Law enforcement. The law enforcement. 7-Eleven as I look up. Law enforcement is involved because there's a dirty cop that's involved in this, and the upstairs neighbors is working with a dirty cop, and they're working with somebody that's related to me, and a dysfunctional family, and there's this father figure that they're working with. This father figure, it could be the police, that's a dirty cop, that's a part of this dysfunctional family that married into my family. So collective, I'm done. 911, and I saw 4455 as well. So there we go. That's who we exposing. Since my upstairs neighbors want to have their fucking people creeping. Like if this is a crack building. Because I know I live in the ghetto. I know we live in the ghetto, but this building is not that ghetto. It really isn't. Besides the people making the fucking street dirty, the area, if they fix it up, is pretty decent. It really is. There might be a little violence, but not as much as back in the day. So for this to be for it to be a ghetto area, it's not as ghetto as where I grew up at. Not like that. Maybe back in the day, but not now. The only thing that makes this shit ghetto is because the people that live here don't clean it up. They got animals. They leave their shitty ass dog shit in the street instead of picking it up. Which, you know, dog shit is, you get a fine. So because we in the ghetto, motherfuckers leave their dog shit everywhere. They're dirty. Motherfuckers in this area are dirty. They don't keep their area clean. They shit where they eat at. They do dirt where they eat at. That's why I know that this area is, I can't call it a real ghetto area. I can't call it the real hood. I can't call it that. Because it's obvious that motherfuckers do each other dirty right where they eat and sleep at. And if you a real hood ass motherfucker, if you call yourself real gangster, real hood, the number one rule is you don't shit where you eat at. You never bring danger to your home where you live or to your family. Ever. Confirmation. And these bitches over here, they shit where they eat at. They bring drama, chaos, and turbulence to their own home and their own families. Their own children's. So, if these motherfuckers 911, these niggas think they gangster, they ain't nothing gangster about them. If they think that this block is hood, this block ain't nothing hood about you. Because everybody in this block shit on each other in this block. That's for a fact. So. They don't do nothing incognito. They think they hiding shit that they do. They don't. They corny. I came from the real hood. I was born and raised from the South, in the South Bronx. That's the real hood for you. You don't get no more hood than that. That's where I'm from. That's why these bitches don't scare me. They don't intimidate me. They don't put no fear in me because I'm from New York City, the Bronx, the South Bronx, the South Bronx. And the Bronx area that I live in is not the South Bronx. I live in some fucking Northwest. What the fuck is a Northwest Bronx? That's the fucking... I live in the Northwest Bronx collective. That they ain't nothing ghetto about that. I'm not saying this area was not probably ghetto back in the day, but back in the day, I guarantee you where I grew up was way worse than this area back in the day. I bet you. So collective, motherfuckers thought that they were gonna come for me with this hibbity hoo hoo and this dirty cop and all these fucking whatever the fuck they doing. And I'm not scared of y'all. I don't give a fuck what job position you got. Even if you a fucking cop, you're a dirty cop, and you're not gonna be able to fucking come for me. You know, you wanna know why? Do you want to know why? Because you're working under a badge, and that badge, the police, that's under Archangel Michael's spirit. You think Archangel Michael's spirit is going to allow you to do dirty shit? Popo is under protection, right? Popo for protection. So Popo protection represents Archangel Michael. The spirit of Archangel Michael is over Popo. The good Popo, not the corrupted Popo. So the corrupted Popo think that they're going to get away with shit. I don't think so. Because you literally in the energy and working under the energy of an archangel. But you want to be corrupted, right? So now, motherfuckers are going to allow for your ass to get set the fuck up And you're going to get set up now. So, boop, boop, boop. That's why every time these crackheads pass my door, I be like, crackhead, crackhead, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Because what they gonna do when they come for them? Jenna say. Collective, peace out. I'm gonna go finish cooking my food, and I'm going to eat my food. And then we're gonna come back and do a collective energy reading. But we have to tap into my energy because my upstairs neighbor and their people, their little posse was creeping. Doing a little bit too much creeping. And then when they get caught, they give themselves away. They start talking and get nervous. And it's like, yes, the hit dog is hollering. Yes, incriminate yourself. Yes. And then they go run upstairs. Upstairs. You hear the upstairs neighbor in the hallway talking. And then the other ones, they're going in the apartment. Yes, go run. Thank you for confirming that you're thank you for confirming that you're being a creepster. Hey, thank you for confirming that you're being a creepster, that you're creeping. And all I had to do was pull cards to let me know that you are out here creeping, trying to violate me. And you're sitting there walking back and forth in the hallway throwing spell work past my door while you're walking. You're trying to do spell work while you walk past my door. You're sending evil eye and spell work. You're doing spell work in your apartment, and you're sending your friends and your little posse to walk past my door and send spell work at the same time. That's what you're doing. You thinking if you all come for me all at the same time is going to work? That's how you know that you a weak bitch. That's how I know that you a weak bitch. Because you got to be in your apartment doing something, and then you got to send your peoples to go hover and creep up and down the stairs or past my apartment to go send spell work. Because you yourself, by yourself, you cannot take me out. You were hired to unalive me, and you and your whole posse can't do shit. That's how I know you don't got no magic. That's how I know you're a weak bitch. Because you were hired to unalive me using spell work and you can't do it. Because you have no magic. Wake the fuck up. If I'm not dead, bitch, it means you cannot do it. You have no power. Why you still trying? I don't know. I got to keep reminding myself, I'm not fighting against flesh and blood. I'm fighting against spirit and principalities. I'm fighting against demonic energies and spirits. Motherfuckers that are possessed and taken over by evil spirits. Walking demons in a fucking meat suit. I got to continue to remind myself that all the time because I keep forgetting. Not that I keep forgetting, but you know, I still live in this world, and I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. But I gotta remind myself, like, I'm wasting my time, Samantha, because these people are not human. And they're gonna keep on doing what they doing. It don't matter what you say. They're going to keep on destroying their lives, thinking that they're destroying mine. Find that hilarious. But yeah, collective, I'm going to end this reading. Thank you for watching. I need to go finish fixing my food and my dinner over here because I still got to process some stuff. I got to add some flavors and shit. It's tasting a little bland there. But yeah, man, you already know how I flow. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. My information is down in the description box below. If you want to purchase any of my services or my products that I have, all my information is in the description box below. Check out my community section for more info. And on that note, I gotta go. Stay prayed up, stay protected, collective. Continue to have a productive day. Continue to stay at peace, because I know I am. These people are bothered. They're doing a lot, and they're getting exposed. And I ain't got no problem exposing motherfuckers that's in my energy. You want to be all up in my business? Then I'm going to tap in. Because, again, I'm going to remind you, you are in my energy without permission. I did not give you permission to be up in my energy. So since you are in my energy without my permission, I am able to tap into you with no problem. You are giving me permission in your energy when you are all up in mine. I did not give you access. I did not say you can enter. I did not invite you to my party or my show. You are an uninvited guest, a party crasher. And since you want to be a party crasher and be an uninvited guest in my energy, I can pick and pry into your life because you have already given permission to do so. I just thought I should let you know. Especially these trolls that troll. When you troll me, you're allowing me access into your energy. So if you do not want to get read like a fucking open book, stop watching shit and stop leaving your irrelevant ass comments where they're not wanted. Or I will also stop tapping into you trolls and exposing you for who you really are behind those fake accounts. And it doesn't matter if you're still watching or you run, your energy is already here. So it's going to be picked up automatically. Confirmation with the sirens. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Even if I got to stop my reading, I will have a special deck that I'm going to create. I'm going to start working on that soon. That I will use every time a troll interrupts my reading. So I can pull and read your life for all to see. So think twice, trolls. Next time you want to watch a tarot channel or a tarot reader and you want to cyber stalk and cyber bully a tarot reader, you better make sure that you are prepared for your life to be exposed for everybody to know. That's all I gotta say. Collective, peace out and have a good day. I'll see you later. I'm going to come back with another live. I'm going to do a collective energy reading. Peace out, collective.